Watching streamers get caught cheating is one of my favorite things. Watching that light go out in their eyes as they realize that their streaming career is most likely over and that they've been exposed, and that all that people will ever remember from them is when Clara totally installed that anti-cheat device on their PC makes me very happy. So today we're going to react to more gamers caught cheating. Did I say anti-cheat? I meant cheat device. God damn it. God damn it, Clara! You made me say that!
Mingo Style.
All right, Mingo Style, here we go.
Tommy Trewin is a veteran Call of Duty player who, since 2010, has been part of professional teams that have won more than 70 tournament matches.
Nice.
It's fair to say, Tommy knows this game well. So, when he was pitted against Mingo Style in the quarterfinals of the 2v2 Warzone Checkmate Gaming Tournament back in 2020...
Bro, that's a mouthful of a tournament name. Jesus Christ, could you not, like, simplify that a bit?
Had a weirdly high kill-to-death ratio of 5.2.
That's
Tommy
insane.
was suspicious. He and his partner, Almixand, called Mingo Style's gameplay into question and asked him to set up a monitor cam so they could be sure he wasn't using cheats. Mingo Style obliged. But then, in a move of pure idiocy, he exposed himself for the world to see.
Oh, here we go.
When did I say that?
Oh, here we go, here we go. Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. Oh, you blink and you'll miss it, chat. Oh my God, look, see that right there on the side there? That's the, that's the cheat software. In fact, you know what's funny is everyone uses the exact same cheat software. It's like, you know that it's there. Everyone knows exactly what it looks like. If anything, all they could do to avoid getting exposed to this kind of thing is just change the UI. Just get a programmer in, just change the GUI interface, reroute some main frames through the JavaScript coding, and then people won't be able to change it. They won't be able to know. Just make it look like Discord or something. So it's like, oh man, Discord just popped up on my PC. Oh, dude, that sucks. I can't believe it. That Discord just popped up.
You did.
Such an idiot. That's hilarious.
Let's run it back. Watch his monitor cam footage here, and there it is. We've covered it enough times in previous parts of this series.
It looks exactly the same. It's the same goddamn thing every single time.
That little gray pop-up box is our old pal Engine Owning. This is a cheat software that offers everything from aimbots, which allow players to lock onto their opponents, to wall hacks, giving them the unfair advantage of seeing through walls, terrain, and objects. Tommy's followers quickly alerted him to Mingo Style.
Is this what Tommy's followers look like? Tommy's followers are all crowded around one laptop watching the Warzone tournament with massive, unbranded, by the way, unbranded beer bottles in a very clean room. This is what Tommy, yeah, this is how I imagine all of my viewers look like when they're watching my videos. They're all very attractive people. They're young. They're all hanging out, having a good time. This is what you guys look like, right? This is what you all look like.
And Tommy rightfully crucified him, but Mingo Style had an excuse.
Yeah, what's the excuse? Bro, is it Clara?
Okie dokie.
He put his sheets up. Everyone clip it quick.
Bro, I'm messing around. Get a grip.
No way.
Wait, this is messing around?
Oh, mate. I'm around, mate. I've got a picture.
Just a picture that you decided in your infinite wisdom to flash up mid-tournament? Now that...
Yeah, because nothing's a better joke. Didn't you love it when people tell jokes like, I'm going to show a cheat engine on my PC while I'm in the middle of a streaming tournament after people have accused me of cheating? That's going to be a poggers joke. Everyone's going to believe me. I'm not going to get kicked out for doing this.
That's
He's just messing around.
Real smooth brain logic. But Mingo Style was adamant it was the truth, going as far as to claim it was just a picture on Twitter and that it was all just a joke. Unwilling to let the matter go, Tommy asked Mingo Style to send him the supposed picture he'd flashed up, and that's when Tommy buried him.
Image.
Yeah?
Look at that. He said it's that image. He's not the smartest bloke. I told you cheaters are stupid. They are stupid as He said that image is that. He hasn't even got the same dimensions.
Dimensions. Man, I love the British.
What?
But accents aside,
Bro,
it was clear
what's with
Mingo
the slander?
Style
Come on, man.
had sent a completely different picture. Checkmate Gaming ignored his lies and banned him, which streaming site Twitch also did shortly after.
That's funny. I didn't know that Twitch would straight up ban people for cheating in online games. I didn't know that that was against Twitch TOS. I guess you can't stream yourself cheating, but the line gets blurred. What if I, for example, were to use rare candies in a Nuzlocke on Twitch? Would I also get banned? I would never do that because I'm an upstanding member of the community that would never cheat, but in theory, what would happen if that happened?
Socials, though, eventually admitting to using cheats while pointing the finger at other potential cheaters, which gained him no attention whatsoever. If only he'd provided some proof they were cheating by using, I don't know, a picture? Mr. Sleazy.
What a
the
name.
only thing more frustrating than seeing someone blatantly cheating is watching them.
Jesus, I love the stock footage they use for this. Like, where did this stock footage come from? Why did they sit down and make this? There's a whole ass story behind this. There's a setup. There's a studio. There's probably about 17 cameramen behind this, all to use that one piece of stock footage that you can put in these videos. There's a story behind all this stuff. I want to know where it comes from. And what's all this as well? Like the double monitor setup. This setup looks better than mine, and it was probably set up for about 5 minutes to get a bit of stock footage and then taken down again.
Themselves while blatantly cheating. You know, the ones I'm talking about. Usually Call of Duty streamers whose gameplay has red and yellow boxes around all their opponents. They know that with their chronic lack of talent, the only way to get noticed as a streamer is to openly use these hacks. Otherwise, no one would pay attention to them. That's what a Facebook
That's such a bad idea. You get banned if you do this, though. Well, we've even just shown that someone would get banned for using this kind of cheat. So why would you do it in an effort to get more famous when you know it's just going to get your account banned in the long run? I don't understand. Any kind of clout that you get from this is going to be immediately erased along with your account. So it doesn't make any sense to me.
By the name of Mr.
I guess they're just
Sleazy,
dumb.
Or Dad Shark Gaming is all too happy to do. So sad. So very sad. Well, back in 2021, Mr. Sleazy was running his usual gambit of streaming himself, ruining games for other people, just to boost his super fragile ego, when he took out the wrong player.
Is that
Was
Vicstar?
someone many of you are probably
Oh my god, is that
familiar
Sideman?
with.
There is.
Vicstar123.
No
or Vic
shot.
For short.
Oh, that's
Part
funny.
of the famous YouTube collective Sidemen. He was playing Call of Duty Warzone with a few pals when he noticed Mr. Sleazy's godlike aim. And when the team looked him up, they all found his tiny streaming channel.
Is he streaming? He's actually streaming.
He is live.
Unbelievable.
Are you kidding, bro? He's got boxes around them.
You're kidding.
So, Vic decided to
That's
give him
so
the attention
funny.
he was so
What an
desperately
idiot.
craving. By
Was that just by
spectating
chance?
Mr. Sleazy's stream for his millions of subscribers to see.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
This is unreal. Yeah, this was needs to. That's it. It's done. It's done. It's done. Oh my.
No
Oh my
shot.
God, what it's like.
This got the boxes. Dude, it's so blatant, man.
Every lobby.
What are you doing?
He's not even trying to hide it. He's live and he's got his name in his thing. How is this fun?
These people are so dumb.
Vic and
I don't
co.
understand.
continued to mock Mr. Sleazy, encouraging people in-game to report him while laughing at his terrible gameplay and calling out the game developer Activision.
Yeah, it looks
for
like he
such a
sucks as
blatant
well.
Lack of cheat control.
Dude shooting gophers out here. Oh my god.
Bro, they're doing it in front of everyone. That's insane. That's like walking into a Walmart in full view of all the cameras, grabbing a massive collection of chocolate bars, shoving it in your bag in front of all the employees. In fact, shouting at the employees like, I'm stealing chocolate right now! And then trying to get away with it and then be like, whoa, well, how did they find me? That's crazy. I had no idea that they would find me like that. That's crazy. What?
I actually feel sick. Activision, you have failed everyone. You have failed everyone that plays your game.
It's probably
And then,
Clara's fault.
Finally, Mr. Sleazy got exactly what he deserved.
Did he get banned during stream?
Oh my.
Oh, he got killed? Bro, he still lost! That's great. How do you still lose? No, if you lose, okay. If you lose while you're cheating on stream, I think you should go to jail. You have to go to prison.
All those hacks and you still lose? What a sad little life, Mr. Sleazy.
Is that Come Dine With Me? Dude, that's a famous Come Dine With Me clip that blew up because the person on this little food game show got so mad about losing that they absolutely dunked on the winner and ran away. Why is this using why is this stock footage this is such a weird stock footage.
On blast by Vic, Mr. Sleazy soon nuked his Facebook gaming account.
Oh, no wonder he was cheating. He's streaming on Facebook. Yeah, no wonder no one liked him.
What? Was that too much attention? PYPYPK.
Dude,
it's not
you gonna
just
appease that, buddy?
mainstream games that people
Oh, this is
cheat
a kid.
on,
This is probably a
as
kid, though.
players of Krunker know all too well.
What?
This free-to-play game is a first-person shooter
that Roblox?
like Call of Duty, but with a Roblox aesthetic.
Oh my God, it
Baby's
is.
first-person shooter, if you will.
Bro, this is
And
a kid.
It's not always adults who use cheats, as player and Twitch streamer PYPYPK proved all too well. Back in 2018, this kid had the bright idea to stream himself hacking Krunker with an aimbot and wall hacks to all of about 3 people.
What are you doing, man? Okay, to be fair, this is a kid. I don't feel as much anger towards this kid. It's just a child.
Yeah, even with
Honestly, this is probably the kind of thing that I would have done when I was like 12 or 13 years old. I probably, if I had the opportunity, they didn't have the opportunity back then because I was on AOL internet and I had a laptop that struggled to run Internet Explorer. But if I could, I probably would have done the exact same thing, you know?
hacks, he still wasn't very good.
And he's still
Which is something
losing.
the small Krunker community soon picked up on. Footage of PYPYPK streaming his cheats was posted to Krunker's subreddit, where he was lambasted by the community.
Yeah, oh, dude, cheated and lost. I guess the kid's got to go to jail now. Kid's got to go juvie. That's
Eventually,
unfortunate.
someone hunted down his profile page and lobbied the game's mod team to ban him. It wasn't long before the account had the word hacker branded over it, and PYPYPK
No.
quickly disappeared from
brand
both
you?
Krunker and Twitch.
What is this, medieval Europe? They're branding your accounts if you're a cheater? That's insane.
Maybe try this gaming thing again when you hit puberty. At least then you'll have hit something. Well, hopefully.
That's- dude,
even
you
if
can't
you're as
dunk on the
skilless as
13-year-old. Leave the poor kid be.
You can still hit those like and subscribe buttons down
Yeah,
below.
you're right. I could do that.
The
The
AustinUS.
AustinUS. Austin
Back
US,
in
that's what I meant to say.
2022, the AustinUS decided to try his hand at streaming Call of Duty on Twitch. It's a very competitive scene, but his aim was impeccable, and his instinct regarding his opponent's locations was incredibly accurate. It was this godlike skill that got a few people interested.
Shroud?
Yeah, not in a good way.
Why is it every single time it's always Call of Duty? There's not there's like that one Roblox thing, and then every other time it's Call of
It
Duty.
wasn't long before they
Why is it so
accused
easy
him
to
of
hack Call of
cheating,
Duty?
And after enough people began calling him out, he was quick to confess to using an aimbot. But that wasn't the best part of catching him out. Several months before the accusations, the AustinUS was mid-stream and apparently forgot that the world could see his setup. Either oblivious to the ramifications or just straight up dumb, he proceeded to stream himself visiting the cheat site Phantom Overlay. He went to log in, which filled in his details automatically, showing he already had an account with them, before exposing a neat little list of all his previous cheat orders.
Oh my god, wait, you spend money on this? How much money do you spend on this? You spent 80 euros, then he spent 75 euros, he spent 20 euros and 20 euros. Oh my days. Wait, you only get the cheat software for, it's a subscription? Bro's buying a subscription like HelloFresh. He's buying like a Netflix sub to Call of Duty cheats.
Which totaled
He streamed this.
€195, about $200. Most of these were for Call of Duty Vanguard, the game he was playing.
Oh no, even more cringe. He's playing Call of Duty Vanguard as well. I thought
Certainly
Vanguard was the
explains that
World War II
4.8
one.
kill to death ratio. But really, why would you waste that much money on?
There's no way you can have your KD ratio displayed on stream like it's some kind of thing of approval and then just be like, oh yeah, no, I stream myself going on the cheat account, by the way.
On cheats. If you want to beat someone that badly, why not use that money to buy an easier game that even kids can play? I suggest Krunker.
No, that game's hard, man. You need to cheat on that one too.
Floby.
Is this a Minecraft?
Random
streamer?
seed Minecraft speedrunning is a very
it's a
particular
cheater.
type of speedrunning. Unlike most games, which require muscle memory and refined techniques to get a good time, random seed Minecraft runs require sound logic and an acute mathematical ability, because the map you spawn into is different every time. These are what's known as blind runs. And back in 2021, speedrunner Floby, or
Is this a
Toxic
VTuber?
Flo, who'd been speedrunning Minecraft for a few months, suddenly uploaded a video of a blind run with a time of 11 minutes 37 seconds.
Okay, I'm gonna assume that that's like insane. Like that's world record worthy or something close to
At
that.
the time, this placed Floby's run in the top
At number
10
5?
fastest of all time.
Let's go.
God.
You gonna pop
Oh my
off or?
God.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, I'm shaking.
Oh my god. Let's go.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm shaking.
Less than 2 months later, they uploaded 3 runs that were all under 15 minutes, which is pretty wild for someone as new to speedrunning as Floby was. This caught the attention of several Minecraft veterans, one of which, 11D Billion, broke down each of Floby's runs and came to one damning conclusion.
This reminds me of when Dream got that speed run, and then they had the astrophysicist come in and psychoanalyze how he could have totally have gotten it. Then he was like, no, actually I did cheat. Whoops.
They had to be cheating. Why? Because Floby's luck was either off the scale or they already knew the locations of several key elements across the map.
But
and
how would
were
they
working
know
to a
that?
predetermined plan over a landscape they knew, not a random map. For example, at this point in the run, any speedrunner worth their salt would be looking around for a fortress. But Floby makes a beeline in a random direction without looking around or behind them even once.
See, if you're gonna cheat, you have to make it look legit. You have to do the things that you would normally do and then accidentally stumble across all of the good stuff. If you just already know where you're going, that's going to make it very evident in the gameplay. So if you're going to cheat, you have to be the most amazing liar. You have to be such a good liar. I don't know about you guys, but I am a terrible liar. I can't lie to save my life. And Among Us, forget about it. I didn't even want to be the traitor because I'm like, well, I'm going to get figured out immediately. Any board game that requires you to socially manufacture lies and turn people against each other, I'm awful at it. If you want to cheat in Minecraft, you gotta be good at it.
Here, lava housing can be seen, which takes precious time to get rid of. Most speedrunners would have just reset the game at this point, but Floby persevered. Because, as 11dbillion pointed out, Floby wasn't improvising. He was working to a plan for a map he'd already run several times. But that wasn't the only way he was caught out. When you reset in Minecraft, you have to select several options to create your new world. To speed this process up, a macro was built that sped through the process, and the click sound effects it generates are compressed into this. Short but distinctive. However, veteran Minecraft player Ninja Brain noticed the same macro Floby used on their run sounded like this. That's 2 extra clicks. But the macro...
Whoa! I do not want to piss off Minecraft experts. That sounds terrifying. They psychoanalyzed the waveforms in the audio file and they located an extra 2 clicks. God damn, that's crazy.
Worked the same. Ninja Brain realized the clicks could only have occurred if Floby's macro included 2 extra steps, selecting the world options, then pasting in a specific seed.
Ooh.
They then removed the selection, showing the more world options screen to make the seed look random, even though it was one they knew and had practiced. Their mistake was leaving in those 2 extra clicks. They later apologized to the community and revealed that all but one of their recent runs had been faked. After that, they deleted—
But they did actual runs. So, I don't understand it. If you're doing actual runs anyway, why are you going to fake it? Well, I know the answer to that. You're going to fake it because you want clout. Because you want to be known as, like, the best. And so you're going to cheat to get there. It's just sad to see.
Their YouTube channel changed all their socials and disappeared. Well, with analysts as thorough as Ninja Brain and 11dbillion, I pity anyone else who thinks about trying to get away with cheating
Minecraft
on a
investigators are
Minecraft
insane.
Speedrun.
Beware of Minecraft investigators. They have nothing better to do.
ShivGTK. To prove they're not cheating, some streamers will set up a monitor cam so that their audience can see their setup and check that there isn't another
Stock footage is making me laugh, man.
that they're using with the cheats on. This is exactly what popular Call of Duty player ShivGTK did when he competed in a 2021 Vanguard tournament with a $7,000 prize pool.
It's a lot
Both
of
his
money.
monitors looked clean, with no obvious hacking menus or red boxes to be seen. But when his team went on to beat professional esports team Optic, everyone
you can't
began
beat
to
Optic,
look at the
dude. They're
monitor
impossible to
cam
beat.
a little more carefully. As they picked apart some suspicious gameplay where Shiv was setting a bomb, they noticed that on the monitor cam, an incredibly tiny white dot could be seen shooting across the screen.
Really? Oh, on the left side of the right monitor.
see it?
Yeah, you can kind of see that.
Zoom in. Right
Yeah, left side of the right
here.
monitor.
Did you see
Oh,
that?
wait.
Well, that white dot just so happens to coincide with an enemy player appearing around the corner. That's a wall
Oh.
hack. One with the settings altered so that the enemy locations are barely visible to the monitor cam, but a wall hack nonetheless. Shiv
All right, you know, the solution to this is to just make your monitor cam so low quality that you cannot possibly pick out which pixel is the cheat and which pixel is you and which pixel is the monitor. That's what you should have done. Just be like, guys, my internet is really, really bad today. It's not working out. I'm gonna have to stream at like 1 bit rate. Then no one will know. The problem was that your quality was too good.
was swiftly disqualified from the tournament, but he didn't take his punishment well. Instead of silently deleting
Well, listen, if you're playing for actual money, then that's going to be a massive issue. You can't just go into a tournament playing for actual money, cheat, and then complain and cry when you get kicked out.
all his social
that's
media
literally-
and streaming profiles.
That's criminal, man.
Like any other exposed
Jail.
cheater, Shiv set one last bomb before disappearing. He sent out a tweet naming a long list of other players who he claimed had been cheating too.
Oh, dude.
Talk about going
Whoa.
full
So he's a snitch as well? No, listen, you can't be snitching. If you get called out and you take the L and you disappear, you can't be snitching. Well, it is the best thing to do in the long run for everyone. But man, like, why would you burn all the bridges like that?
Scorched
Scorched earth. You said I'm taking
Awesome.
everybody down with me.
Now,
Oh, is
I
this
need your help
GTA
with this
cheating?
next one because I can't tell if it's a setup or just plain stupid.
All right, I'm gonna help you, don't
anonymous
worry.
viewer sent me a clip of an unnamed Twitch streamer who had his Discord
Is that
chat
DaBaby?
application opened. Nicknamed Cause, the Discord user is chatting to DaBaby. Seems legit. While his desktop boasts a couple of questionable apps, including the aptly named Cheat Engine and WeMod. These are
Okay, I've used Cheat Engine in the past to speed up my games on Pokemon fan games. So just having Cheat Engine doesn't necessarily mean that you're cheating. Maybe you just want to speed up Pokemon fan games.
well-known hacklocations, if you will, with each one enabling users to install mods and cheats for different games. And in this Discord call, Cause sends DaBaby a WeMod file before heading into a game of NBA 2K21. DaBaby is also streaming NBA 2K21, so it appears both of them are using or planning to use WeMod to access cheats in a game.
What is this, entrapment? Is this a sting operation? Was this a Fed that sent someone a cheat engine just to get them to stream it so they could expose them? Bro, I didn't realize we had Feds on Discord. That's crazy.
A little look at
Discord,
the
please,
game
gonna get you.
Cause is playing brings up a character called twitch.tv/Causeway. Surely this guy isn't dumb enough to have streamed himself sharing cheats with someone else who was also streaming himself receiving those same cheats? If so, is this really the streamer Causeway or someone trying to set him up? Because this is
This could be a lie, to be fair. This doesn't necessarily show that he actually used the cheats. It's just someone getting sent a file on Discord that had a very similar name. I don't think that we could say for sure that this is him cheating.
a level of dumb that's so dumb, it's a little difficult to comprehend.
This seems like a
well,
setup.
Causeway's Twitch channel
This seems like the same thing as when you like Photoshop a Discord message of someone saying like a slur or something and be like, oh my god, look, this message of seeing someone saying a slur when it's like very obviously shopped.
does boast a few videos where he claims he was permanently banned from the game Roblox. It's not a good look, but that's not exactly incriminating.
Nah, I don't think that means anything. Maybe the reason that he got banned from Roblox is because he was being a little bit edgy and someone got mad that he was being edgy and tried to set him up as someone that would get banned because he was using cheats.
you think?
Maybe.
Is this streamer actually Causeway, or was someone setting him up? Let me know down in the comments below.
Nah, I don't think it's him. I think it's a setup.
Xhade.
It's a
Back
Fed.
in 2021,
It's a psyop.
India's The Esports Club Invitational welcomed teams to play Valorant.
Ooh,
with a
Valorant
prize
cheats,
pool of
nice.
300,000 rupees, some $4,000 at the time. It attracted teams from all over the nation, with more than 6,000 fans watching the stream at its peak. However, after the first round of quarterfinals, a hammer was brought down on Team Paratroopers. One of their players, Xhade, had suddenly received a permanent ban from Valorant.
Oh no.
Using hacks while playing Valorant.
Permanent ban है boys. Permanent. I mean esports side से. TC वालों ने ऐसे बोल दिया कि अब नहीं खेल सकता. कल उनका.
He said I can't play anymore. What would you do? How did they find out?
Initially, Xhade claimed this must have been a mistake, that it must just be a glitch.
As you do, of
Fans
course.
supported him. His team reached out to Valorant's developer Riot Games for clarification, and paratroopers were allowed to continue competing in the tournament with a substitute. Although
Okay.
they lost their very next match. Talk about foreshadowing. Xhade
Interesting.
continued to deny all cheating allegations, but then on a streamed Discord call with the paratroopers team
So many
lead,
notifications.
Binks, he said this.
तेरा बता दे भाई डिफेंस बता दे
नहीं डिफेंस नहीं कर रहा.
I'm not defending. I'm going to confess now. Please listen to me. What? He's confessing.
मैं इसलिए छुपा रहा था.
I'll tell you the reason I was hiding this incident. I used the hacks just one day and for 3 matches. Oh no!
So he
oh no,
hadn't
he did
been
it!
using hacks in the tournament, but he had been using them before because
Why would you believe that he wasn't using them in the tournament if he literally just admitted to using them? Why would you do that? I don't understand. These people are so dumb. Morons. Two brain
he
cells.
desperately wanted to get to a higher level in game.
Well, you wouldn't have to do that. You're literally an esports player. There's no way they're not good enough to get to that rank in game without using hacks. That's insane.
Not exactly the endearing defense he seems to think it is. It wasn't long before Riot Games released a statement revealing Xhade had been using prohibited third-party software, a fancy way of saying cheats, which they'd detected, and so had banned his account permanently. With the confession and the permaban, Xade deleted his YouTube account and disappeared for just a month.
Oh, he came back?
The ban, he was back playing on a new
He's
account
back, baby.
and for a new team soon after.
He got added to a new team? Did they do any background checks in these teams? They looked at his whole background. He's using the same name. He didn't even change his name. They literally looked up Xade. I'm gonna see what happens when I look up Xade. Oh look, I look up Xade. Valorant player is a hacker. Why was he banned? Confesses to cheating. Continues streaming Valorant despite cheating. He literally, they did no background on this guy whatsoever, or they just thought, maybe he'll cheat on our team, and that's actually awesome. And then we can claim that we had no idea that he was cheating. Oh no, he was cheating? Oh no, that's crazy. I had no idea.
Well, I guess once a cheater, always a cheater. Jamar from afar.
More Minecraft cheaters. Here we go.
Thousands of followers to expose cheaters these days. All you really need is a streaming account of your own, a little patience, and the hope that eventually the cheater you're
You need to
spectating
meditate to
will
expose
slip
cheaters.
up, which is exactly what Poet TTV, or Sage Poet, managed to do. He was streaming himself to a small audience as he spectated a Minecraft Hypixel streamer called Jamar from afar, and another streamer called H without S. He figured they were probably using cheats, and so sat in wait trying to catch one of them in the act.
Is he
And
tired?
as he was, something sketchy flashed up on the
I'm sorry, I really thought the guy on the left was Failboat for a second.
left, right in the middle of Jamar from afar's screen.
ESP and all.
Yeah.
And
Oh
he
wait.
tagged you over
Wait.
half an
Where's
hour.
the cheats?
Did you see that?
Is that cheats?
Computer, rewind and enhance.
Rewinds. Go back. Oh wait.
yes,
Okay. Oh, what's this? What's this? What does it let you do? It just allows you to velocity. I don't even know what that cheat menu lets you do.
Minecraft cheat software menu with player ESP, aka wall hacks, selected while in a public server. Well,
That's hilarious that you would need cheats to cheat in literally Minecraft. What is this, Bed Wars or whatever it's called? I haven't played Minecraft, so I don't really know if there's a whole lot of competitive going on there, but I know you can do like PvP matches, and there's a lot of PvP tournaments set up. What are you cheating in Minecraft for, man?
His account on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok appeared to be linked to another account called Tech Panda Gaming. Now, Tech Panda seems to be banned on Twitch, but Tech Panda Gaming's YouTube account is still live.
What? That says that's free Jerry Rune. Hoopa diss track. What am I looking at right now? And why is every single recommended video a video from the channel that I'm reacting to right now? That's awesome. I should do that.
With long, rambling descriptions where they claim they're banned from playing in certain Minecraft servers like Hypixel.
Bro, what kind of drugs do they take before they type this out? Looks like what you used to do on YouTube before they updated it so that the description doesn't really matter for the keywords anymore. What used to happen is tags and keywords used to matter so much, people would spam paragraphs of just random text with a ton of keywords so that it would update their ranking and it would go higher in YouTube search. It looks like old tags.
Cheat is broken. Clearly not as broken as you seem to think, my banned for cheating friend.
Yeah, you got exposed, man. Straight up, you got exposed.
Mecharazium.
Is that Chainsaw? Is that Chainsaw Man?
The more speedrunning I watch, the more respect I have for it. It takes hundreds, sometimes thousands of hours to memorize an entire game and get the button presses and timings just right, all to complete it in the fastest time possible. Events like Games Done Quick showcase some of the best players in their game categories, inviting them to show off their skills in front of huge live and online audiences.
If you cheat in Games Done Quick, is it okay because you're doing it for charity to fight against I think it's cancer? I don't know what they fight against in Games Done Quick, but is it morally okay to do it?
Speedrunners, which some just can't handle. Speedrunner Mecharazium, for example, was invited to the 2022 Summer Games Done Quick event, speedrunning Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance remotely. The run itself seemed legitimate, but after a charity donation goal was met, he asked to play through the game's Blade Wolf DLC as well. But that's when Mecharazium raised some red flags.
It's actually pretty hard to get past this grad because he has an eyes on his like.
What happened
Did
to
you
his
notice
mouse?
anything wrong with that clip?
Yeah, what happened to his
No.
mouse there?
Now let's rewind and take a look
Did
at
it
what
lock
he's doing
on?
with his
What
hands
was
here.
that?
So he's playing on a PC with his mouse in his right.
Does he have an
hand.
aneurysm?
If that's so, how does his avatar move around to mouse-controlled action while his right hand is in the air? Well, he claims
Oh,
he moved
dude! What the hell? I didn't even notice that his right hand was in the air. Maybe he's left-handed.
the mouse with his left hand. That's
Yeah, why would you
one
do
heck
that?
of an odd choice.
I'm thinking like if you're using a mouse and keyboard, your left hand is at the left side of the keyboard, so you wouldn't reach. You'd have to reach your left hand across like this way while you're raising this hand to just like fumble around with your mouse, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Especially at a timed event. Spectators also noticed an audible lack of keyboard noises in the Blade Wolf segment.
What was he watching a video or
when
something?
He broke the record for the run by a whole 25 seconds.
Okay,
Not
dude.
Everyone was convinced. It was
Okay,
legit.
dude.
Then
He's like,
in
oh no,
July,
I was
he
too
came
good.
clean to one of ShivGTK's enforcement heads. As they suspected, the run had been pre-recorded and spliced to perfection. It was an
Ah,
ideal
no, you
run.
can't do
It was
that.
not one he'd performed live, having switched out the save files after he'd finished the main run. But he didn't hide behind any lame excuses.
Oh, he really wanted to be cool in front of everyone because they get so many viewers on Summer Games Done Quick, and you get so much promotion for your channel because your stream thing is set up right there. His stream name is right there. So if they think that he's the guy that got the world record during the Summer Games Done Quick, that's going to give you so much clout, and people will think you're so cool. It's not worth it, man. It's so cheap, dude. It's not
Apologized
worth it.
profusely, acknowledged that he'd acted selfishly, and said he didn't want the run considered for any leaderboards, as it would be unfair to the
No,
rest
but it
of
would have
the
given you the
community.
clout, though. It doesn't
Games
matter about
Done
the
Quick
leaderboard on
banned
this.
him from attending any future events and scrubbed his
Sad
records
that.
from their YouTube archive. Well, ironically, it looks like this one's going to take time to move on from. Nadia.
Nadia!
When it comes
This
to
is a
being accused of-
super famous streamer. She's been around for a long time. I didn't know I knew that she had been accused of cheating on a lot of stuff, but I didn't know if it was genuine accusing of cheating or people that just didn't like her that were accusing her of cheating. So let's find out.
No one has more fingers pointed at him than Call of Duty Warzone player and streamer Nadia. She began streaming back in January 2021, and her Warzone gameplay attracted an audience of over 900,000 Twitch followers.
Jesus
But as
Christ,
her fans grew
900,000.
in number, so did the people who doubted her skill, and they began to pick apart every second of her gameplay. It seems like every guy with facial hair and access to the Fortnite font has made a video about the undeniable proof they have about not
Oh my god, there's so many clout demons. There's so many.
cheating, lying, or being
So much
exposed.
clout to
Some
farm.
are creepily obsessed.
Oh, dude, that's weird. Okay, if you have more than like 3 videos, okay, if you have 3 videos or more on the same person, then you're a weirdo.
But they have picked up on some
Especially
questionable
exposing
clips,
someone.
like here.
Like if you go onto anyone's YouTube channel and they've made more than 3 videos, or just they've made more than 2 videos on Pokemon, do not subscribe. Run away immediately. They're weirdos.
Yeah, shooting a wall in the same place someone is standing behind is pretty sus.
That
It
is pretty
could
sus,
indicate
right?
that she's using wall hacks. However, others have pointed out that in
Okay, to be fair though, usually if someone's like hiding in a room, you'll hide in that corner, right? Like you will hide in that corner.
ammo crate
I don't
was
know.
dropped from that direction. So she heard someone there, she just didn't know where. That's reasonable. But what about
Okay.
here, where
Fair,
she was
sure.
shadow banned? A protocol Activision enacts when it suspects a player of cheating and places them in special lobbies that are full of other suspected cheaters.
Could that not just happen to like a really good player though? Are there other really good players that get shadow banned on Call of Duty as well just because they are really good and they end up getting a lot of kills and a lot of stuff? That is a sign that you are good, right? If you are a normal player that gets shadow bans. That's like, oh, that's a compliment, right?
Hacker hunters were quick to claim this was more undeniable proof she was cheating.
No one's found out for sure that she's cheated though, have they?
However, others argued that she'd been playing from a few different locations in the days prior, mimicking the effects of a VPN, which might have triggered the ban.
Does switching around to a place that much with a VPN trigger a ban though? I guess it could. I don't really know the specifics of that. I guess unless you know the specifics, you can't say one way or the other. I do feel like, since I've seen a lot of people hating on Nadia, and I haven't seen any like undeniable proof that she was cheating other than like she shot a wall once, which is like not really undeniable proof. I guess, hold on, let's just
Whatever
figure the rest of this first.
She was unshadow banned by the developers Activision shortly after. Another
Okay.
point, at a live Call of Duty event, she was apparently kicked out for cheating while on stream. But the footage supposedly showing her being kicked out by the mods for cheating shows she was actually just having tech issues and needed help. They weren't asking her to leave.
This is not, yeah.
Switching up.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Alright, team, I'll be right back. I'm in trouble.
Some have gone one step further, like Rara, who released leaked messages supposedly from Nadia to some unknown person, claiming she had someone unlock camo skins for her guns on her account. Anyone who watched part 4 of this
Unlock camo skins on my account, or like get skins? Who cares about skins?
series might remember that's the same excuse Vanguard's number 2 player, Plexify, used after he was caught wall hacking. The two elements are linked, that's for sure, but without wall hacks slipping through onto Nadia's stream, it's not conclusive, and a lot of others seem to agree. Renowned streamer and gamer XQC reviewed some of these clips and determined,
Guys, if you're gonna tell people are cheating, okay, do it the right way. Okay, I think these clips are they're just.
the accusations are endless, and all supposed proof of her cheating is far from airtight. This would be enough to chase almost anyone off, but not Nadia. Instead, she's cleverly leaned right into it, uploading videos titled "I'm banned from Warzone" and "I got kicked out for cheating." She constantly alludes to cheating, never giving in to offered PC scans, posting fake confessions layered in sarcasm, and the hacker hunters have lapped it up, fueling her growth and theirs.
This is a whole industrial complex based around pretending to be cheating and someone accusing someone else of cheating. You get so many views by people that are, I guess, maybe in some way misogynistic. Okay, so I'm gonna agree with XQC. I haven't seen anything here that would point towards like undeniable proof that she's cheating there. I don't know, maybe she does. I don't know a huge amount about Call of Duty cheating. Nadia wasn't having tech issues. She was losing badly, got about 5 kills and died around 20 times and wanted to stop playing and try to install Fortnite. What? What do you mean? Try to install Fortnite? Okay, I don't know what that does. What? That's insane. Is that true? I don't know if that's true or not. That doesn't seem very accurate. I will say, it seems like in this situation, and this kind of sucks, if you are a woman that plays games, you are more at risk of people dunking on you just because it blows their mind to see a girl that's really good at video games, because, you know, people are a little bit inherently misogynistic, especially like Call of Duty players. So people are more likely to go after you for anything that they perceive could have been a cheat. I don't know if Nadia cheats or not. I can't say that for sure. I'm not her, but it seems like she's kind of leaned into it. She seems like she has like a super sarcastic humor that also farms a lot of views from people that don't like her. And it looks like she has a very incendiary kind of personality where people will dunk on her and then she'll like immediately go back and dunk on them instead of taking a more defensive position, which I like a lot. I think that that's cool. It would also appear that Nadia kind of semi-doxed a viewer by sharing their name. Since they had donated to her, she had their name through PayPal, and she shared that on stream because the donator was like, "Oh, you were cheating, allegations of cheating," which is shitty. You absolutely should not do that. It seems like this is a person that has definitely made a lot of mistakes. You shouldn't dox people. That's fucked up. But also, when you have people coming at you 24/7, you kind of want to hit back. I've had this on a much lower kind of area, and I understand that women get it so much worse than men do online, especially in a game like Call of Duty, which is, you know, full of edgy teenagers that will say misogynistic things constantly anyway. So I can understand like a want to hit back, and that seems like that was shit. You shouldn't do that. You should never dox someone. So that's pretty bad. That's awful. I don't think she cheats though. I haven't seen anything that says that she cheats. It seems like people really want her to cheat and really want to be right about it because they have a personal bias against her. Because you know that people, when you have a personal bias against someone, you already decided that you don't like someone. Anything that they do will automatically be more suspicious. Anything that they do will be automatically worse off. There are people that are just sitting there farming clips, constantly watching everything that she does all day until eventually they get that one clip that kind of looks like they're cheating so they can make another video out of it. Anyway, don't cheat.